amazes me. I don't know how it was, dear one, really. At something like the age of 12 to 13, I mastered, and I mean mastered, the decision to choose to be happy. It was a great help to me that my mum chose the reverse. She'd go on for hours about what was wrong in the home and dad and life. That didn't stop her loving me, mind you. Thank God. So I could join her in a melancholy if I wasn't careful. And I realized I needed to be careful. I chose to be happy. She would choose to think of, as I've said before, things like poltergeists and ghosts and horror stories. Thankfully, she didn't share much of it with me. How strange, wasn't it? Why didn't I teach her to do? I didn't know you could teach your parents. Just thought they were what they were. And Mum was right for me. And she was. Wonderful Mum. Nightmare of a wife. A wonderful wife in a way. I mean, industrious, kept the house wonderfully, cooked lovely, shopped, cleaned, did the garden, did the sewing, ironing, washing, you name it. Mending, she darned socks, for goodness sake. That's a thing we don't do now, isn't it? She'd iron. We don't do that now either. Yes. I suppose she just thought that was the woman's lot, and she did it well. And she looked beautiful, of course. Gosh, did she spend time on her looks. And yoga and health and vitamins and so on are all part of that. Yes. Where did I start? But she courted sadness, unhappiness, depression. So often was considering suicide. And not good for a child, that, but Marshall come to the rescue. Lovely boy. Lovely boy. And loved. Utterly loved. That makes up for everything. He that loveth much is forgiven much. And it's also the case that he that's forgiven much loves much when they appreciate the forgiveness, when they appreciate the good, whatsoever's good and lovely, dear one. Think on these things. I read this story of winged pharaoh. I've mentioned a lot, haven't I, Jan Grant? I'm hovering around page 204 now. I've just read the chapter before it. And I realised that in recounting the lovely times she spent with her husband as joint pharaoh, and her family and her palace and her rulership and so on, it makes her sad because, having read the book before, of course, I know that she reminisces on such. I think it's something I find with photos. I have a photo of Mum and Dad on the wall, but one where they loved each other. Yes. And one with Mum in the garden, near my apple tree, standing in a nice bright skirt and so on, one that photographs very well. The shed behind her, garden shed. Nice garden it was. Acre and a half, lots of fruit trees. And my pond, small pond. Little greenhouse with a grapevine in it. Dad grew tomatoes. And I watered them, of course. One of my jobs. But to you, dear one, don't make your life sad. When you have the eternal company of our Heavenly Dad, there is no sadness. There is no depression. There are fears at times, until you gather yourself together and remind yourself of the love and the provision of God, our Heavenly Dad. Difference is enormous, dear one. Having life as with a loving Dad. Everything, including, according to the Jesus story, life eternal. Need to remember this every day, always, dear one. Part of your growingly to be continual awareness of our Heavenly Dad and the blessing that flows from such. Thank you, Dad.